Hello, once more, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Back here to doing the second day for MLB postseason prediction videos for MLB predictions. As we get into it here for game two with the Blue Jays and Mariners. Mariners took a 1-0 lead with a 3-1 win last night. Today they have Logan Gilbert on the mound with a 1.13, and the rookie for the Blue Jays, Trey. But I'm not even trying to say his last name. He's a hard last name to say. But with a 0.00 ERA, who was also 1-0. Both pitchers from the matchup are 1-0. Interested to see how it's going to match up, but here we are. Goomba Joey and RJ the Lion both picked Mariners last night and got the 1-0 record. Well, I got 2-1. Today, no different. They're taking the same lineup, same teams. We'll see what happens, but two different starting pitchers. Goomba Joey told me, I asked him who he's taking this week in this series. He told me earlier today, he told me last night when I asked him about the series, who he's taking. He says he's taking the Blue Jays in game two, and I can't blame him for that because the Blue Jays are one of those teams. The Blue Jays and Mariners are two of these two teams. It doesn't matter who wins the series. It's going to be two teams that haven't been at the World Series in a long time. Blue Jays haven't been since '93. Mariners have never been and have never won. But it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out overall. For the Mariners, I think the biggest concern for them is after winning 3-1 last night. I thought the travel from Pacific Northwest all the way to Toronto would be a hard part. It was not. For me, I think that's the factor in this game today. The factor is the Blue Jays, Vladimir Jr., they have to get back up and they have to win this game for sure. Overall, Gilbert Jones taking the Blue Jays. I don't blame him for that. That's a good pick with the rookie pitcher on the mound who only pitched in single A earlier this year and has a 0.00 ERA and a 1-0 record in postseason. That's a good pick, and I agree with Gilbert Jones on that one. I'm going to take the Blue Jays, too. RJ, who do you like again? Do you like the Mariners to go 2-0, take a 2-0 lead as they head back to Seattle, or do you like the Blue Jays to tie it? You're going with the Blue Jays, too? Wow. Okay, you heard it here first, folks. RJ's taking the Blue Jays to take a 2-0, to tie it up and send it back to Seattle for game 3 on a Wednesday. So there you have it. RJ's taking the Blue Jays. For now, he's taking the Blue Jays. You're going to wear the Blue Jays helmet for a while? Okay, RJ says he's going to wear the Blue Jays helmet for a while. I reset this stage for game 1 between the Brewers. Aaron Ashby on the mound, who hasn't won a game yet this postseason, 0-0 with a 5.79 ERA. Blake Snell, the Dodgers, 2-0 coming in. He is on the bump for the Dodgers with a 1.79, I believe that is, I saw, as I looked. And Gilbert Joey told me he's taking the Dodgers. Dodgers do have so many good players: Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, just to name a few, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith, anyone to name a few. Anyone of the Dodgers, they always step up. One of the Dodgers players last year got hurt. They always stepped up for whoever was injured, and they played well and won games. And that I can see why Gilbert Joey's taking the Dodgers, and I would agree with him on that one. The one thing I will say this about the Brewers, though, they're like William Contreras, Andrew Vaughn, who's come on scene this year after having a bad year with the White Sox early on last season, and it's been in the first part of this year with the White Sox having a bad year. Andrew Vaughn has come on and hit well for the Brewers. He's there. And Christian Yelich, who will play well at some points as well, and so many other players around the Brewers. But the question the issue for the Brewers is, I was watching Game 4 against the Cubs in the Cubs series and the division series, and the announcers for the series were talking about how the Brewers only had 2 starting pitchers in the rotation, and they're going to have to use bullpen pieces the rest of the postseason. Aaron Ashby is getting the start today for the Brewers, and I did see the Brewers are going to go with a starter in Game 1 of this series. And so I think that's going to hurt the Dodgers, and I think that's why I'm going to take the Dodgers in Game 1 here, because the Brewers, you use a starter in Game 1, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you if you use the bullpen a lot in this series. You have to use starting pitching, and with the injuries they have on starting pitching, we'll see what happens. So me and Gilbert Joe taking the Dodgers. RJ, who are you taking? Surprise pick? You going to surprise us, take the Brewer home team, or are you going to take the Dodgers as well? You're taking the Brewers? Really? Okay, you heard it here. RJ's taking the Brewers and the Blue Jays today, as you can see. Well, we'll get your helmet on. Yeah, no. You want the Blue Jays and Brewers helmets? There you go. So there's Blue Jays and Brewers helmets. There you have it. RJ, me, and Gilbert Joey all taking the Blue Jays. Me and Gilbert are taking the Dodgers while RJ's taking the Brewers. He says he's going to watch both games. Says hopefully both teams have fun. And just switching the Brewers helmet, boy. Yeah, he's switching the Brewers helmet now. So there you go. You heard it here first. It's 2-1 for the Dodgers Brewers series, and it's all a clean sweep all around. All of us taking the Blue Jays. We'll see you right back here tomorrow for Game 2's prediction between the Brewers and Dodgers tomorrow afternoon. Can't wait for that. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. And you can also watch this video here on the main channel on my Mark's Cards, Reasons, and Predictions, or you can watch it over on the Mark and Joe's Baseball Podcast channel as well. You will see videos on the same video on both channels if you did like today's video. So remember to watch, like, subscribe. Don't forget to tell friends to do the same if you've not done so already. And also don't forget to hit that notification button below so you know when there's a new video on the channel with that. Have a good day. Stay safe and peace out. We'll see you right back here in the next video tomorrow for the second game prediction of Game 2 for the Brewers and the Dodgers. Have a good day. Stay safe and peace, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.